Yeah. Hello from Singapore. So today we have got lovely Sel with us, who recently started her namesake fashion label called Lady Sel Boutique. And if I have to introduce her a little bit, from winning beauty pageants to working in oil and gas industries to be doing commodity trading, I think she finally found her creative calling in fashion, and she's just started operating as a solopreneur for her new label. And yeah, that's brief about her. I think I should just shut up and let her tell her story herself in her own words. So welcome, Sel.
Hi, good to see you.
Yeah, same here. So, I think it'll be great if you can tell us a little bit more about your background. And I know a little bit what you were doing earlier, but what got you started into this world of fashion and starting your own label?
Well, I mean, everyone has a childhood dream. So just like that, I always thought I might have, a runway of my own someday. But, Singapore is a very small country and fashion isn't exactly a top priority here, or the exposure isn't really as much. Excuse me.
Hmm.
So I, of course, like anyone in Singapore, it's always the academic ladder. So
Mhm.
I went according to that. And eventually I had to leave the corporate world because of some medical issues that I had to attend to. I had a lot of battles with regards to medical problems. So I was always on MC quite a lot. And it wasn't fair to me, it wasn't fair to the companies. So I decided that I should, take a leave from that and see what I can do from home. And I used to, I'm a very picky person when it comes to shopping. So I always have this, like, even if it's a cushion cover, I have this thing, okay, it has to be this color, it has to have this kind of a goal on it, very particular things in my head. And when I go out and look for it, I can't find it. And then I will try and get material and little accessories and go on YouTube how to, sew a cushion cover, and then try it with like all my mom's like unused shawls at home.
Wow.
So, and then I started that. And then I also love to do redecorate my home and all that. So people who have seen my work, they always say, oh, you did that painting, can you do one for my house? Or you did the lampshade, can you do one for me? So I thought, okay, maybe I can share my love and passion through Lady Sal Boutique. And if there are people who actually share my vision, then maybe there are a lot more out there who would love it too. So that's how it started.
Absolutely. We have seen your work, and it looks gorgeous. Like, I can't wait to try some of your stuff.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, great. I mean, I know if this is kind of a validation, if people say, oh, you're doing great work, and then why not if you can turn your passion into your profession? I think that's the best thing. That's all what we strive for. But
Yes.
I mean, if I have to ask that about your boutique, about your label, when did you start, and currently what all you have in your offering?
Okay, so we actually we are a very very brand new label. We only launched on 18th August this year, so it's
Oh,
been like just slightly more than a month.
yeah.
It was supposed to be a very small scale, slow starting business. The plan was to start it online and
Mhm.
also do a few pop-ups here and there to see um, what kind of products are in demand and what's not, so that it's like testing the market kind of a start. But without realizing, things started to pick up really fast.
Wow.
And I was asked to put my things in different boutiques as consignment. So shout out to Isaiah 45. They reached out to me first. They're
Oh,
on Haji Lane, and they saw some of my products. It's actually by Pops and Events, and I signed up to be on one of their pop-ups. And because I was brand new, I hadn't even done like my photo shoot for my outfits or my products. So I just showed them like some raw pictures from my phone, and they loved it. And you know, she said, you know, would you like to be in my shop? I'm opening a boutique on Haji Lane. So I said, well, I didn't really plan for something big scale. She said, don't worry, just whatever you have, put it there, and we'll see how it goes. So it went really well. And then someone who saw it there uh, gave my name to another boutique at Tanglin Mall.
Oh,
And so the thing started building up, and now I have stocks at Haji Lane and at Tanglin Mall at a
wow.
boutique called Silk Walk. Yes. So, you
As
know,
they say, the
that's,
good things spread by word of mouth. So,
yes. So
yeah.
it's very surprising. And then see, my brand was actually it is still more of like a resort theme, resort concept. So
Mhm.
it's basically whatever you would find in a resort, be it resort wear or homeware that you find in a beach villa, like lampshades, the kind of patterns and colors, you know, and also headbands, because all of us shop even before we go on a vacation, right? Because we want to
Yes,
have our looks put together.
yes.
So the hairbands, I wanted them to be very vibrant and fun in terms of color and patterns. In the beginning, I started with like, I got a supplier, and then I was like, okay, can I have 5 of this, 5 of that? Because, you know, I wanted to see what people like. And then I realized again, Singapore is very small. Others are probably getting the same thing from the same supplier. So I quickly designed my own designs, put in my own color combinations, and got them made so that you know, there's a variety. If you know, people won't say, oh, it's the same thing that she's selling that the other person is selling. Yes, it's a
Hmm.
hairband, but
Yeah,
you know, it's about the color and the design that differentiates me from the rest.
right, right.
So
So
that's
you
how it
designed
kicked
them
in.
yourself. You
Yes, so I'm designing my hairbands myself,
yeah.
my resort wear as well. So again, it boils down to how different can resort wear be, right? Kimonos, maxi dresses. So it boils down to like the color choice, the patterns, and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what fabrics typically you go for? I'm assuming cottons, linens, or what?
Yes, because for me, when I'm on a beach, I want to take awesome pictures. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so I wanted something that'll be nice and flowy in the pictures. So I went for georgettes, chiffons, very cooling material, the cotton one that's really cooling, because I know that, you know, on the beach, you don't want to be sweating in whatever you're wearing.
Yeah.
So, yep, mostly cotton, chiffons, and georgettes.
Okay. All right.
Right. So, Sil, like you said, everything is so fast paced, and everything's picking up for you so fast, and you're already in two places in Singapore. So, have you thought about what is your like short term vision or maybe long term vision now going forward with your business? Like, where do you see yourself moving ahead?
Yeah, that's a very corporate question. Where do you see
Yeah.
yourself, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to put it that way, but yeah, exactly. Like because you just said, you started in August, and then suddenly you said it picked up, and
Yeah.
of course word of mouth, and like Asa said, everything that's good that spreads fast. So, what's your next step forward? To spread it out or anything that you've thought about?
Okay, so currently I'm concentrating on all my Christmas pop-ups that are coming up.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to be doing one at Cluny Court, one at Swiss Club, and Tanglin Mall. So this also happened by chance. Like I feel like everything, the steps that I'm moving ahead with, everything came by chance. Like when I was at my previous pop-up at Tanglin Mall, it was a 3-day pop-up, Friday to Sunday. So someone who was there on Friday came back on Sunday saying, "Oh, I saw your story on Instagram and I realized you're still here, so I wanted to come back and grab a few more things as gifts." So it was nice to see them coming back. And then some of them were like, please tell me you're going to be, at the Christmas fair here, because I would love to get some Christmas gifts from you and all that.
Wow.
So that got me thinking like, okay, I should start, designing stuff for that. I should start preparing for that. And, if people really think that my things would make a great gift for Christmas, then I should cater to that for these pop-ups especially. So that's my short-term project that I'm working on now. Long term, I'm looking at more of international shipping. I already have a few customers who bought things via the website from Australia.
Wow.
So yes, I
I
just
think
put
I
it up
saw
there,
that
you know.
story from
Yeah, I said
Australia.
just
Yeah.
So, you know, I just put it there and because I didn't know how often I'd be getting international shipping requests. So I just put it there saying, you know, for international shipping, just message me. And they actually messaged and I send the things to them and then they take pictures and send it back to me. And it's so happy, you know, to see like their kids over there wearing my headbands.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different feeling. And some of them have even reached out to me asking if I would be willing to put my things at stores in Australia.
Oh, wow.
So I
Okay.
guess that's going to be my long-term research and planning for now.
So,
Yes.
so you are going with 3 formats right now. You are doing pop-ups, you are selling online on your own website, plus you are also putting your offering in other boutiques who are
Yes,
sourcing from
correct.
you. Okay.
That's
So if
right.
I have to ask you, which one is your favorite, or let's say which one do you enjoy the most? I mean, I don't know, pop-ups is a big thing, but do you really enjoy standing there from morning until afternoon talking to people, or you prefer that, okay, I'm like orders are just flowing in from online? What excites you most?
Okay, initially it was exciting because the day I launched my website, my husband actually is my IT man. He was helping me out with the website, and we were trying to. I said, you know, no, we have to launch it on the 18th because I already put the word out there. So at 2 a.m. we finally, you know, got everything tested and cleared for launch. We launched it at 2 a.m. I woke up in the morning just to, you know, see what it looks like, and then I saw a lot of things were sold out. And then I
Really?
told him, I was like, I think there's some technical error on the website coding or
Oh,
something. And then when I went to see, there were actually orders.
wow.
So
Wow.
that was the first excitement that kicked in. I'm like, oh my God, people actually love my stuff and things are getting sold out. And then that became a good problem because then I was like, oh man, I need to work on my stock because I'm running low already.
Yeah. I
And then
think
the
any
second,
any small business owner would love to have this kind of a problem.
Yeah.
yes, to wake up with a good problem.
Yeah.
So the next excitement came when I put my things at Isaiah 45 on Haji Lane. And I put in, I think I brought over like 30 hairbands or something like that for the first round just to see how often it needs to be replenished. 1 week later, she calls me saying, so can you please start replenishing? We are getting sold out.
Oh.
So yes, so I was like, okay, and then I was, in 2 days I had to design a whole new batch for hairbands and talk to. I'm having people doing the embroidery work for me. So it's like, can you get it done in 2 weeks? That's all I can wait. Although if not, I have nothing to sell, and I have a pop up coming as well. So that was
Yeah.
another excitement. And then, but what really touches me, to answer your question, is pop ups, because
Yeah.
to see people admiring your work, you sat there drawing things. At first it's a fun process, and then when you run out of color combinations and all this, and you have only 2 days to put things together, it's a lot of work. So to
Yeah.
see them appreciating it, to see, because the headbands especially can fit both adults and children, so to see both moms and daughters saying, oh, we can share this, it's very nice to see that, and them just trying it on, having fun. Even the clothes, kimonos and all that, they put it on, they have fun. I tell them, just have fun, there's no obligation.
Yeah.
It's a fun brand, so I
Yeah.
want you to have fun. Just try stuff on and have fun. And when they try it on, like the kimonos and all, and they love it, like half of my kimonos are sold out and half of my dresses are sold out. So I'm working on my next collection right now.
Okay. So
So
nice.
yeah, that's the process of my excitement.
So can we say that your kimonos and hairbands are like the top sellers so far?
Yes, the dresses,
Okay.
lampshades also, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I am also, as you said, that your husband had helped you set up, he's your IT guy. But do you discuss your business with him? I mean, do they give you any ideas, or how is it? Do you take their opinion, advice?
Yeah, well, surprisingly, he has a lot of ideas that are actually good.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
works for me, and he shares the same excitement for me. So he sometimes Googles and gets ideas from here and there.
Oh,
He's like, maybe you can do something like this with a twist of that, and he
wow.
sends me links and like maybe you can draw some inspiration from this. So he's been
Oh,
a great help, and just like him, a lot of my close friends and family, they've been like a strong army behind me ever since they heard that they want to that I want to start something. So they turn up at everything. They turn up for my pop-ups and they say, okay, what do you need us to do? And then they start setting up the thing. And then because I'm so busy down to the last minute in
yeah,
the fitting rooms with clients trying on the dresses, that when I
yeah.
come back, everything they've already packed up everything for me.
Oh,
So it's been a real great help. And also in terms of like designing my logo, my cousin, um, she said, I'll design the logo for you, the name card, everything is settled. And then I had my god sister and her kids who helped me out at, for sales during pop-ups. My dad who built displays for me. He's retired, so he loves hands-on stuff at
oh,
home. So
DIY.
he actually built a stand, a three-tiered stand for my headbands.
Wow, wow.
Yes, so I'm getting a lot of support from family and friends, a lot of
That's so good.
ideas, even because I wanted mine to be an inclusive brand that's
Mm-hmm.
for any gender, any age group.
Yeah,
So I have a friend who said, why not, promote your kimonos also as something for any gender? And I
yeah.
said that is true. Would you model for me? And he said, yeah, why not? So there I
Wow.
had models. You know, both all genders for me coming in to do my photo shoots, and also very big support, very, very big help.
That's so good. Yeah, I mean, we all keep talking about this androgynous clothing, which is like,
Yeah.
gender fluid, anybody can wear. So it's so good. You are like walking the talk, and your friend who actually pitched in that he's happy to do a shoot with you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great how things are building up for you, from one avenue to another, and how you are
Thank you.
spreading it out, including more people, with this business as well. It's great.
Thank
But tell
you.
me, Sal, I'm just little. Is this like you are self-taught, or you learned some basics from somewhere about designing, or the pattern? Does it like, how does it just come to you, or you have some kind of background or training or formal education in this?
No training at all, at all. I did organizational psychology and public relations, nothing
Okay.
to do with fashion.
Okay.
So, and working in oil and gas for so long, it definitely not a glamorous red carpet there.
No, no, I can say that because I've been in the
Yes,
same industry.
Yeah.
but it's just because I'm usually very picky, and sometimes I can't find a good size, a good fit for myself. So I started just ever since I was like a teenager, at early teenage years, I started drawing my own like traditional outfits for Deepavali and all that. So I always had the habit of drawing my outfits, going to the tailor, going
Ah,
to shops to look for fabric, and when I
so you
go
are
to
gifted.
Yeah,
You
it's
are
your own creativity
I
that you're bringing on.
I
on.
think I think I got it from my mom, because my mom
ah,
has this thing where she used to design her own jewelry
yeah.
to
Hmm.
match outfits and all that. So I always watch her do it. I always see how she talks to the shop and like how she wants the setting and everything. So observing her through the years, I think I got it in me also.
Right, right.
Yes,
Yeah, I think these things, like especially these childhood things, they just leave some kind of impression,
yes,
and then they show up. Like as in your case, many years later, it just shows up. Like I'm sure you would have never thought that you would do this, or did you
yeah.
have? Yeah, I mean, so it's incredible, like how especially parents influence so much.
Yes, my dad is a very hands-on guy. So his background was in engineering, and he was very hands-on with projects at home. Everything at home was a project. So that's where I got like my maybe my love for like wanting to make a lampshade. So I went for a workshop for that, to learn like the technicalities and all, and then I started doing it. But yes, I have this love for DIY projects because of my
Right.
dad also.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. But if I have to ask you, you have to pick up one thing which you really love to design, whether will it be clothes, will it be accessories, or will it be your home stuff that you do?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Like choosing amongst your babies.
Yeah, I think my I really love doing interior styling for homes. I'm currently doing one for my god sister as well. So I love the entire process, looking at color palettes, envisioning the layout, everything. So I really love that, and that kind of like helps me with what I'm doing right now with my business also.
Or who knows, maybe you can branch out further and expand Lady Cell into apparel and home, like two different categories.
Yes, why not? Why not? When Akansha was asking me about long-term plans, maybe I can drop this in there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
absolutely.
that's how, like you said, ideas coming up from other people, and yeah, why not? Like, that could be one way as well.
Yes.
Right.
So I know your brand is very new, but do you have any favorite customer story? Like, not now, I know you'll have customers who will be like your friends and family, but someone who is like a stranger and who really loved your work. Any story would you like to share which really like touched your heart?
Yes, I'm fairly new, so not that many stories, but like the one I mentioned earlier when the mother and daughter came for my pop-up, and then they came a few days later to get more things. And also, I think for a fairly new label, I already have a few regular customers, which I
Okay.
did not expect to happen so soon.
Wow.
And they are totally uh, they're not like related to me, or friends of friends even. They're totally not
Oh,
connected to me or my brand, but just happen to come across it, and they keep like sometimes they order like 6 things at one go. And then the
wow.
moment I put up a story about a new thing, they're like they're messaging me in private saying, whenever you have new stuff, can you like message me, because I know it'll take long for you to do the photo shoot and actually
Mhm.
upload it on the website. So I have a few for my resort wear like that. I have a few for my headbands and bags like that, that I don't I said, if you don't mind me sending you pictures on your phone, then yes,
Yeah.
I would be happy to share it, because it will take some time to get it on the website.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I also have this mom who came to me, and she was like, I have my daughter's birthday party coming up. I was thinking of your headbands for like, putting it into the goodie bag and all that. Do you
Oh,
do custom design? I said, I don't do custom design, but if you're looking at like a bulk order, then yes, you can tell me what you have in mind, and I can design something for you
yeah.
with the theme of the party and all that. So yeah, it's those are like, to see that people really appreciate what I do. They see the quality in the things. That really means a lot. And the fact that they're coming back, and it's not
Yeah.
because they're my friends or my relatives,
Yeah,
that means a
yeah.
lot to me. Yeah.
Yeah. The repeat customers.
Yeah, it speaks for itself, right? Like how good it is
Yeah.
going and everyone's liking it. Yeah.
So
Great.
also Sel, like as a small business owner, how important is social media for you and managing that, putting yourself out there? I mean, because you're doing everything on your own. So what role how do you see that social media helps you, or who does your social media? Do you do it all yourself, or how is it? What's your process with regards to social media?
Yes, so I wasn't very savvy with social media. So I had a few friends helping me, recommending some apps on like video editing apps,
Yeah.
apps to edit posts and all this. So I'm thankful to that. And social media for small businesses, I feel, is a huge blessing because you don't have to set aside budget for advertising.
Yeah.
If your stuff is good, it'll grow on its own through
Organically.
social media. Yes, and that's what you need, because sometimes even I try not to reach out to influencers, because sometimes people feel like, oh, they're getting paid to do this, so of course they'll have good things to talk about.
Yeah.
So I just do my thing. I get friends who want to model for my things, take pictures, put it up myself, and then to see the response coming in, I know, okay, this is a good platform, and it's really good, like I said, for people who are starting small and have no budget for booking a whole studio for photo shoot, for booking a company to handle your social media and advertising and all this.
Yeah.
It's easy to use, and it's a great platform to
So are
kickstart
you using
anyone's
only
dream.
Instagram, or are you using Instagram, or what are the platforms you're currently working with?
Currently, I'm on Facebook and Instagram,
Okay.
and those two social media platforms.
Do you think Instagram, like, where do you get most of your customers from? Like Instagram or Facebook? Or
I think for
generally
me,
word of mouth?
I think Instagram has been more effective for me, because it also translates into sales,
Right, because it
as
has a
opposed
top
to
feature.
yes, I think the features there are a lot more different, and then also a lot of people are transitioning from Facebook to Instagram now.
Yeah.
So although they are on both platforms, I noticed that their responses mostly come, I mean, for me, speaking for my own brand, the responses come mostly from Instagram.
Right. Okay. But when you get up in the morning, do you feel overwhelmed? Oh my God, I have to do design. I have to talk to this supplier. I have to send this consignment to my customer. I have to do social media. I mean, I just want to know, like, how do you start your day? What do you think? What do I have to do tomorrow? What's your process?
Yes, it can be very overwhelming, and sometimes there is a backlog of things that needs to be attended to. So I always have a checklist of the things. I wake up in the morning and then I tell myself, okay, today these are the things that need to be done. And then as and when I get them done, I check it off. And then I try to have very little things to roll over to the next day. So yes, I have to do social media on my own. I have to design things. I have to run around, because right now my fabric, my tailoring is all done in Singapore.
Okay.
So I have to run around to make sure it's the right thing, it's going good, and not suddenly I see something completely different. Excuse me. And I'm also checking on those that are coming from overseas. I'm checking on deliveries and tracking them. And I have had a major thing getting lost before.
Oh.
Yes, and because I'm new to this, I didn't know what to do, and I really needed those raw materials. So I was very grateful, because the company sending it to me told me, don't worry, we'll send you a whole new order. Whenever the other one turns up, we'll talk about it later. And they didn't charge me at all for it. So I was very overwhelmed by all the blessings coming to me from all directions, in terms of people. These companies, they don't even know me, and then they put their trust in me like that. So yes, so help did come in little disguise like that, to help with my overwhelmed self.
So
But
universe.
yeah, yes, the universe is helping me. So I'm learning as I go, how to deal with the pressure, how to deal with the workload and all that.
Okay. Okay. And tell me one thing which you absolutely don't like, but now as a businesswoman, you have to do it. Like, you can't escape it. Is there any component of this whole business that you don't like? You just want to delegate it to someone, or you just don't want to pick it up, or you keep delaying it?
Yes, there are some things. I don't
What there
like
are.
paperwork.
Okay.
I don't like paperwork. So the fact, I have to keep all my receipts, I have to
Oh,
scan everything because, receipts, they fade out. So if you don't do it now, it's going to fade out and then you won't know what receipt that
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And for tax filing and all that, I need it. So I have to sit and do it. My dad said he'd be happy to do it. He's like very IT savvy. So he said he'd be happy to do that for me. So I thought, maybe, I can delegate that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can delegate, why not?
Yes. And people I can trust. So why not?
Of course, of course, of course. That's very important. And any other small businesses in fashion, in particularly in Singapore, who you think are doing like great work and you yourself admire, because you said that you are very picky and very choosy, but do you have any favorite local brands who you think are doing good job?
Yes. Not just fashion, but overall. There is this brand. There are a few brands that are close to my heart. Local small businesses. One is Hadacity. She does beautiful jewelry. She hand makes every piece, so no one design is repeated. And
Wow.
she has a story and a very soulful poem to every piece that she makes. And I love her stuff. Actually, this bangle is from her also.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
yeah, yeah, you can see it.
So yeah, so I love her pieces and the poems and stories that come with it. Another one close to my heart is Treasure Trove. She does a lot of dinnerware for home, and it's very vibrant designs. It's a mixture of like wood with ceramic and all this, and I'm a big fan. I bought like cake trays and all that from her, and I'm looking forward to buying table runners and all. She's got some new stuff coming up that I want to look at. Uh, and and another one close to my heart is Glow Skin.
okay.
She deals with her main thing is pregnancy skincare, but
Oh,
her skincare products are all organic, and they actually help adults and babies even with eczema and sensitive skin. And I have very sensitive skin. I can't get off the store brands for my face and all this, so I started using hers, and it's actually helped me a lot. And she has a beautiful story too, because when her baby was born with a very sensitive skin, she couldn't get anything, and then she tried to come up with her own things, and then she realized it works, and then she just wanted to spread the word around. And these three brands in particular are very close to my heart because they have helped me push me to reaching greater heights, whether it was in the beginning when I didn't even start something, or when I just started and all. They have really a lot of brands, competitions out there, so for them to reach out to me on their own, or even without me knowing, they spread word around about my name that got me to really good places today. That speaks a lot about them, their ethics, their business beliefs, and also the fact that they're so creative to come up with all these things. They are very close to my heart.
okay. Okay. So, Sel, I think before ending this conversation, I would just like to ask you that your brand is truly designed in Singapore, made in Singapore, and it's very new. And the kind of stories that you have gathered in this short span, it's just, I think it's inspiring for us also. And we can't wait for you to, scale even greater heights. So I wish you good luck. And I hope to see you soon. And yeah, and try on your stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If I may just add, some of my things are actually made overseas because a lot of countries have been very hard hit by COVID.
Mhm.
So it's my small way of providing jobs for them
Yeah.
over there. So that's one thing. And also I know that a lot of us are battling. We have our own battles, right? Be it finances or health or anything. Work stress and all this. But personally, in my journey, what helped me get here on a positive note is to realize that life is very precious. You are only awake until you wake up the next day. You're only alive until then.
True.
you know. So if I don't wake up tomorrow, I want to know that today was a good day. I want to know that my last conversation was a nice one. And I want to smile from my heart and laugh out loud as much as I can. And I think everyone should do that as well. And that itself will get them places.
Yeah. And I can sense that you have that vibe, and you made us also truly enjoy this conversation, and you just took us in your world of Ladies
Thank you.
Tell. And I really wish you great success in taking these
Thank you.
brands to even greater heights.
Yeah, so
Thank you so much.
such a beautiful thought to share, Sel. And yeah, we're really grateful you shared your story with us today. And all the best for your business in the future.
So
Thank you
that's
so
our,
much. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
yeah, this is our humble effort to also bring, small business owners who are really struggling, or who are really battling so many things. They are solopreneurs, they have to do everything on their own, and these are great stories to put across, and I think people should watch it
Yeah.
and
Yes,
also
and
support
really,
small businesses.
salute to the both of you for coming up with such an initiative. It's really a wonderful thing that you are doing.
Thank you,
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much.
much. Thanks, El. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye bye.